Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the 254 node, where we speak on matters on cryptocurrencies and investment with a difference. I hope you had a lovely day today. Hope you're back to your houses, you're safe and sound, and are ready for yet another video. So today, as you can see from your screen, we are going to take a look at a project which unfortunately does not get a fair share of coverage in the media, particularly on YouTube, and that is BitcoinCash. BitcoinCash, for those of you who may not be aware, is a fork of the original Bitcoin, that is BTC, and it is a rather controversial topic to date, and there are different opponents who argue for and against BitcoinCash. The purpose of this video, from my perspective, won't be to try and pick sides when it comes to either BTC, Bitcoin, or BCH, BitcoinCash, but rather it is to try and to educate myself and to educate you, my subscribers, and any other individual who is seeking out more information with regards to BitcoinCash, to shed light on the good things that they are doing in order to try and foster the spread of cryptocurrencies, as well as to see, or rather to try and see what's in store for the future. Because I do believe you cannot afford to become a Bitcoin maximalist and believe that in the end there will only be one cryptocurrency which will survive and flourish. I do believe there is space for other projects to be able to grow and to be nurtured. In the end, we, the end consumers, are the ones who are going to benefit thanks to the competition that we are witnessing in the wider markets. So as such, I do believe BitcoinCash has a lot to offer. For starters, the original Bitcoin, BTC, has become a little bit expensive. Scratch that, it has become extremely expensive to serve as a peer-to-peer electronic cash method. It is beyond the reach of thousands, if not millions and billions of people. I mean, how many people have $8,000 currently to purchase a single BTC? But on the other hand, BCH goes at a fraction of this, and costs, I do believe, around 200 to 300 US dollar. Similarly, we can see here when it comes to mining, the charts compared side by side between BitcoinCash and BTC. We can see that the mining difficulty of BitcoinCash historically has been low, and as such, this is good, as it makes it much easier for the average person to be able to get into BitcoinCash, as well as the transaction fees. We can see that historically they have been much significantly lower compared to Bitcoin, whereby I do believe a few years back the fees of transaction fees on Bitcoin BTC had reached up to around $30 if you needed to send some Bitcoin, and this is a huge hurdle when it comes to adoption. Similarly, as we can tell by the charts over here, when it comes to the difficulty, it is ideal once more because it makes it easier for people, the average individuals, to get into cryptocurrency mining, just like when Bitcoin was initially introduced to the market. The block sizes have also increased, and as such, this enables more and more transactions to be sent per block at a far much cheaper cost when compared to Bitcoin, which at the moment is slightly more expensive, not as expensive as back when the transactions fees costed $30, but is still relatively lower than that. The next page we can see here, when it comes to spreading adoption, bitcoin.com, which is a site owned by Roger Ver, has built up a map to try and to showcase the various spots across the world where you can spend your Bitcoin Cash. I do believe that Roger Ver is one of the most influential people in cryptocurrencies, and in particularly when it comes to the adoption of Bitcoin Cash. He is one of the earliest adopters of Bitcoin, BTC, and he got into it when it too was, I do believe, selling at around $1. And he is one of the individuals who continues to believe, or rather to call out BCH as the original BTC with respect to the white paper. That is the mission of BTC, whereby it was meant to act as an electronic peer-to-peer cash system. But unfortunately, at the time of recording this, Bitcoin that is, serves as a store of value, which is the total opposite of what BCH, Bitcoin Cash, is meant to be. And as such, Roger Ver continues to argue the point that BCH is the original BTC, and that BTC, that is the original Bitcoin, has deviated from its mission statement. So we can see here that among the top regions which accept BCH include Europe as well as Venezuela in South America. That being said, there are other several challenges which are potentially going to affect Bitcoin Cash BCH as we progress towards the year, and one of the challenges which they may need to find a way to overcome is the forthcoming halving. So Bitcoin Cash is going to have a halving event in the next 140 days, and there are those individuals who do believe that it's going to be a very devastating event in terms of the Bitcoin Cash's network, as we have seen with the previous halving event of Litecoin. Several miners decided to turn off their machines because it's no longer profitable mining Litecoin. So the same might occur when it comes to the halving event of BCH. On a positive note, Bitcoin Cash is making steadily headways into other markets. Recently, they had a Bitcoin Cash meetup in Dubai. So for those of you who may not be aware, Dubai is one of the wealthiest countries on earth. They do have petrol and gas, that is, and similarly they enjoy a significant industry when it comes to tourism, and as such there's a lot of money concentrated in this tiny region, and it is trying to make ways. That is, Bitcoin Cash is trying to set up camp in Dubai thanks to the events they recently had. Similarly, on the events.bitcoin.com rather, you can also be able to take a look at the forthcoming events. And interestingly, if you want to also set up an event in your region, in your country, you can also make one, and this will go a long way towards increasing the adoption. And this is one of the things which makes me love Bitcoin Cash, that is, other than the fact that it is cheaper to use it and it's faster than BTC. So we can see here we do have events that is on the 4th of December all the way to February, and as such it is good for spreading adoption. So that is it guys for the video. Thank you so very much. If you have managed to make it until this part, I do appreciate you. Thank you so very much once more. If you found any value in this video, consider subscribing and sharing the video with your friends and your loved ones.